All right, now to that container ship that has been stuck in Chesapeake Bay for more than 3 weeks and counting. This vessel, called the Ever Forward, is ever stuck, setting a lot of people back. It is packed with 5,000 containers, and they're filled to the brim with lots of people's goods, things they want, they need. Every day that passes comes at a cost. Dr. Sal Mercogliano is a maritime expert and professor at Campbell University, here to talk more with us about Ever Forward, that is forever not in motion at this point, Doctor. I am curious, there are tons of safeguards in place for these types of vessels to check the load, to check the weight, to make sure this doesn't happen. So how does this happen?
Well, the ship was leaving Baltimore, and she had on board a Chesapeake Bay pilot along with the normal crew. And as you mentioned, normally there's a lot of safety and precautions on board. We don't know what exactly caused this accident yet. It's likely one of two things: either a mechanical issue, which was a fault in the steering, or there was obviously a human error. And unfortunately, the NTSB and the Coast Guard are still investigating this. We're not getting any word yet about what the cause was. But since the ship is so large, steaming at 13 knots, when she went out of the channel, she plowed into an area of 18 to 24 feet of water. She draws 42 feet of water. And she went about a ship length and a half out of the channel, and she is just embedded in basically Chesapeake Bay mud.
Right. And so now the process of unloading that cargo, trying to get it unstuck, is happening. Talk to us about the risks and kind of the strategy to do that.
Sure. So the announcement that came out is they're refitting 2 crane barges right now, and they hope to get them on scene within the next few days. And over between now and about April 16th, they're looking to take off about 550 of the 5,000 loaded containers on board. Now, normally these operations are done pierside, but now what you're going to have is a crane mounted on a barge that's moving. And so that is a very high risk environment. You like to be stable. The ship is usually stable alongside the pier. So when you're swinging containers that can have between 10 and 30 tons of cargo on board, it's a very dangerous operation. They're going to take those containers off. They're going to lighten the ship up. They'll take the containers back into Baltimore. They'll offload some ballast that's on board the vessel. And what they're hoping to do is use the high tide around April 17th or 18th to once again pull on the ship's stern, swing it into the channel, and then using the ship's engines, back her off the shoal.
Does it surprise you at all that they're still allowing other ships to move through the channel at a bit of a distance?
No, I mean, the ship is clear of the channel, so they have a safety zone set up around it. They have reduced speed in the area. They're actually very fortunate this vessel left the channel completely. Had this vessel come across the channel, similar to what happened to Ever Given in the Suez, you would have cut off the port of Baltimore, a major transportation hub for the United States.
And real quickly, I only have about 30 seconds left. What types of goods are on a ship like this?
It runs everything from goods for Target, Home Depot, furniture to one person's apartment, I know, is completely loaded on there. They were moving from Hong Kong to New York, and she really wants to get her apartment back.
Right. It's a headache for a lot of people. Doctor, we appreciate you coming on tonight, your insight, and hopefully this thing gets unstuck soon and safely. Again, nobody hurt, but a big mess out there on the water for many. Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.